Yo, what the deal? It's your boy X.E.L. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you guys. Thank you for coming back. But if you are new here, do me a favor and like, subscribe, hit the bell notification. That'll let you know when I drop another video. Today I'm actually going to be going over the Keylab Essentials 49 key keyboard. Have an overtop view and show you some of the things that are in there are really cool and some of the things that I think need some work. So let's get into it. All right, so here's the keyboard. As you can see, it looks really nice. I have the white one. A lot of nice features on here. I'm not fond of the actual the plastic ones here. Like, it's not as snappy as it should be, but it does work. You have like your MIDI channels over here. You have your banks for your pads. So you have 2 banks that you can use. So up to 16 pads. You have a transpose up and down. You have octaves up and down on here as well. So you also have your transport, which for some reason, the transport doesn't work in DAWs. I don't know if I'm missing something or if there's like another script that needs to be downloaded. I've tried it in Reaper. I've tried it in Studio One. I've tried it in Cubase, and I've also tried it in Ableton Live. And surprisingly, Ableton Live, all the things didn't work in there either. Like the tab button didn't work, the save, the quantize, none of that actually functioned correctly. And I have it set up to the Mackie control according to the website, but they've actually changed some things on these devices, so it's not exactly the same. And I kind of want to show you exactly what I'm talking about here. So this is Cakewalk. This is my dark theme. If you're interested in this, I have a link below in the description that you can download it for free. If the link is not working, just email me at info@xelohh.com and I'll get that out to you. All right. So I'm going to go in here and go to preferences. All right. So now that we're in preferences, if I go to devices, right? As you see, it has this, this is the Keylab's Essential 49 MK3, and this Mackie control. This is the Mackie control or the HUI control, right? So this is the one that you want to actually use the functions of like your keys and like your faders and stuff. That's what controls that kind of stuff. The MIDI is what controls the actual keyboard itself. So that's why you need both of them actually checked. I don't know what this ALV one is or this D in through is. And it's on all of them for inputs and outputs, but I don't know what they're for. So it's kind of weird that they have it in there. Like, they changed it up from it being like the MIDI 2 that usually all the new keyboards I've come out with, but it looks like they switched it up for this one. And if you put them on the other ones, everything will stop working. So I'm not sure why they did it that way, but that is currently the way I got it to work inside of Cakewalk, where my transport actually works and I can play stuff from the keys in here. Right, so all that stuff is on here. So once you have this set up, if you want it to be where you can actually have the controls, you want to go to your control surfaces, right? And make sure that you create one. So you're going to go to this plus sign to create one. Go right here to where it says controller surface, and you want to go down to Mackie control. And once you're in Mackie control, make sure you are putting it on the MCU, which is the Mackie control one, right? For your input and for your output, put it on the Mackie control one, and then you just hit apply and you should be good to go, right? And if you're still having trouble where it's not, the transport is actually not working, you can go up to utilities and go down to Mackie control 1 and just make sure this disable handshake is checked. And once that's checked, you are good to go. So I'm going to start with Analog Lab inside here. All right. And this is what Analog Lab looks like. This is what will come with the keyboard. So you'll have an option to use. So the V5, this is what this is right here. So if you're on the keyboard, you can actually go to where it says programs, this little program button here. And you have different options for default program. You also have one for AutoRewind. So it'll actually control Analog Lab, right? So right now it's telling me I'm on the classic June. So if I wanted to change this, I can use the knob right? And it'll take me to this screen to explore, and I can go through the sounds on here. If you want to commit to it, you can just press down on the knob here, and it'll actually choose whatever that sound is. Right? So I'm gonna choose this jazz organ. So super, super cool. So you can actually scroll through sounds on here, which is really cool. And I like that part of the feature of this keyboard. And if I wanted to change any of the settings, you see down here where it says brightness, or this one is the drive, I'm sorry. So brightness is this knob here. So I can turn the knob and actually move it, or I can use the fader to move the bottom part underneath inside of Analog Lab. I think that's super cool. So all these knobs are attached to all of these sections. So I can move all of these up or down, or turn the knobs for your time. All that stuff is right there on the keyboard itself. I think that's super dope, right? Like I was saying before, some of the options don't work for this pad, like your metronome, it doesn't work. Your tap doesn't work on here. And this goes for almost all the DAWs I've tried, which is Studio One, Reaper, Traction Waveform, Bitwig, Ableton Live, Cubase, and even Studio One. Like all of them, none of them, these buttons didn't work. And I'm, like I said, I'm not sure if it's because they did the update to the keyboard for the firmware that it's not caught up with the rest of the DAWs. That could be what it is. I'm hoping that's what it is, and hopefully we get an update for it pretty soon. But other than that, really, really good DAW. And these buttons here make this keyboard really, really special, right? So I have an option to do an ARP. So if I hit the button, it'll set up an ARP. And I think that's super, super cool. You can even get it to go to a scale. So whatever scale you're setting it to. Right now it's on C chromatic. And you can kind of lock your scales in. If you hold down the button is where you can actually go and choose a key. So let's say we do F sharp, right? So now it should be an F sharp as the scale for the keyboard. I think that's really, really cool. And you have an option to do a hold. So like if you hit the hold and then you press the button, it'll just hold the key without, it's almost like using a pedal. So I thought that was really, really dope as well. And you have an option for chords. So if you hit that chord button, so now you have chords that you can use on the keyboard as well, right? And of course, you know, you have your pads, which is always super dope to have pads on your keyboard. But yeah, other than that, I think the keyboard is just okay. I'm so used to my complete control, where I can control pretty much everything. Like even inside the DAW, I can go to different places. I can move the knob to change things. I can go up and down on the tracks easy inside of Cakewalk or Reaper or any other DAWs that I've been using. But this keyboard doesn't give me those options. So it's kind of hard to vouch for this keyboard in all of its glory. But it does give you a lot of really cool features to mess with, I believe, as a whole. So let's see if we can kind of make something really quick. And as you see, it doesn't seem like it went with the tempo of the actual track. So I'm not sure how the keyboard is actually getting the MIDI, because it sounds like it was super off. So I'm going to kind of move them into place. So I'm going to hold down Control and Shift, and you see this little arrow on here. I can just drag this back with the MIDI, right, and line up the MIDI to where it'll be here, right? So let's pull this back as well. Right, and then we can just do a loop in here. So let's loop this. I'm going to hit Shift and L on the keyboard, and that'll give me a loop. All right, and I'm going to see if I can quantize this. Hit Q on the keyboard, bring up my quantize. I think I like that, so let's keep that on there. So now, all right, so we're gonna just run with that for now. And let's see if we can actually do the Analog Lab one. I'm just gonna do chords on here. All right, so we're going to try that. All right. And then I'm just going to go to my loops that I have. These are unreleased. Hey. All right, and there you have it, the Keylab Essential 49 key. I think it's a really nice keyboard. Like I said, it comes with pads, so you can actually use it for your drums. You also have all these modes, the chord mode, the hold mode, the scale mode, the ARPs. All that is included with this, and plus you get some other things with Autorio when you actually purchase one of these keyboards. It comes with a whole bunch of things inside the package. If you are looking to get this keyboard, I have a link below in the description to Zounds, is where you can actually get this keyboard. It would be no money down. All you would need is a credit card, no credit check, all that good stuff from Zounds. Like I said, that link is below in the description of this video, so definitely check that out if you want to actually get this keyboard. But yeah, let me know if you guys have like any questions or concerns. Leave them below in the comment section. And once again, it's your boy X.E.L.O. Till next time, people. Peace.